let's talk about a tool that is sitting right on the razor's edge between innovation and total catastrophe. I'm talking about artificial intelligence in the legal world. It promises this incredible efficiency, but, a single innocent-looking click could hide a risk so big it could jeopardize your entire company.
And just so you know, the insights we're diving into today come straight from Chapter 9 of a really powerful tutorial on AI security from Virtualization Options LLC. Okay, with that said, let's get right to the heart of the problem. So let's just start with this one critical question. Could a single AI query, something that seems totally harmless from your legal team, actually trigger a complete and total legal disaster? The answer, as you are about to see, is a terrifying yes. But hang on. Before we get into all the doom and gloom, we really have to understand the appeal. I mean, why are lawyers, some of the most cautious people in any company, so drawn to these powerful new AI tools? What's the big deal?
Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's all about massive productivity gains. AI lets legal teams just tear through tasks that used to take days, sometimes even weeks. We're talking drafting documents, conducting research, summarizing case law, all of it done in seconds. For a legal department that's always pressed for time, that's not just kind of helpful, it's an absolute game changer. But, and this is a huge but, beneath this amazing promise of speed and efficiency, there is a hidden danger. It is an irreversible trap that we're going to call the privilege time bomb. And here's the scary part. Once it goes off, there is absolutely no going back. At the very heart of this problem is one of the oldest, most sacred principles in all of law, attorney-client privilege. Now, this is basically the legal shield that keeps conversations between a lawyer and their client completely, totally confidential. It allows for honest advice, for real strategy, without the fear that it's all going to be used against you by your opponent.
So think of this privilege as a shield, right? During your internal discussions, that shield is up, it's strong, your communications are protected. But the second you share that same information with a public AI, you are voluntarily disclosing it to a third party. And that action doesn't just crack the shield, it absolutely shatters it. The privilege is waived, and in all likelihood, it's waived forever.
And look, this isn't just some theory. This isn't an academic problem. Let's walk through the anatomy of a real crisis. It's a redacted case study, but it shows exactly how this abstract risk becomes a very concrete, multi-million-dollar disaster. This quote from the actual court ruling is just chilling. The judge didn't just say the documents uploaded to the AI were no longer privileged. No, the ruling went way further. It said privilege was waived for all related communications. Think about that. One mistake basically poisoned the well for a huge chunk of their entire legal defense. So what exactly was uploaded? Just look at this list. We are talking about the crown jewels of a legal defense. Their entire defense strategy, private communications between the lawyer and the client, expert witness reports. They even uploaded their secret settlement negotiation strategies and an honest-to-goodness assessment of their own weaknesses. A junior attorney, just trying to be more efficient, literally handed the opposition the keys to the kingdom. And the result of all this? Well, the final settlement value for the company ballooned. It went up by a redacted but absolutely massive multi-million-dollar figure. This right here is the real-world cost of a shattered privilege shield. It's an irreversible mistake with a staggering price tag. Okay, so that case study is a huge warning shot, but the danger goes way beyond just that one mistake. The source material actually lays out 5 distinct legal time bombs that could be ticking inside your organization right now. So risk number 1 is the most obvious, the one we've just seen in action, the waiver of attorney-client privilege. Plain and simple, this means the secret legal advice you depend on can suddenly be demanded by your opponents in a lawsuit. It gives them a perfect, crystal clear view of your entire playbook. Next up, risk 2. Losing privilege also means losing what's called work product protection. Now, this is a separate but related shield for your legal team's internal thinking, their private notes, their strategy memos, their theories. When that's gone, you're not just showing them your playbook, you're explaining every single play. What about internal investigations? Well, that's risk number 3. The findings from your sensitive internal reviews, the kinds you do to find and fix problems before they get worse, can suddenly become discoverable. They can be forced right into the hands of regulators or the other side in a lawsuit. The fourth risk moves out of the courtroom and into your core business. Using AI to review contracts could mean feeding your confidential business terms, your pricing, your liability caps, into a platform that your direct competitors are also using. It's an unimaginable leak of competitive intel. And finally, risk number 5. This one kind of turns your own good intentions against you. If you use AI to find your own company's compliance gaps, that very analysis can become a roadmap for regulators. You're literally showing them where to dig to find violations. Okay, after hearing all those risks, things can feel pretty bleak. I get it. But it doesn't have to be. The source provides a really clear framework for using AI safely and effectively. The goal here isn't to ban AI, it's to build a fortress around it. So the source lays out this clear 5-step defense. Step 1, you start with an absolute, bright line rule. Privileged data never, ever touches an external AI, period. Then you choose the right tools, specialized platforms that are actually designed to protect privilege. You back that up with technical safeguards, like DLP systems to act as a safety net. But technology isn't enough. You have to train your people on these specific risks. And finally, you extend that fortress wall to include your outside law firms, making sure they follow the exact same strict standards. So we end right where we began, with a question for you. There is zero doubt your teams are using AI, or they will be very, very soon. The real question you have to ask yourself is this: are your policies and your protections in place to manage this innovation? Or are you, right now, unknowingly inviting disaster? The choice and the responsibility is all yours.